Hi friends, in this video I am going to explain about Brookfield REITs. Already we have explained about Mindspace REITs in 2020 August. That was a big success. I hope this will also a success or I will have a good analysis report for this video too. So before going to the video, I have to tell for three important discussion topics. One is what is REITs and what is Brookfield REITs and should one apply or not and what basis it should apply or not. So I have an in-depth analysis. I hope you will enjoy this video. So we have to know what is a REITs and what is the regulation body if you don't have any idea on what earlier. So now let us discuss about basics of REITs and SEBI rules on REITs. So it's a SEBI related presentation. So I'm taking the points from SEBI main portfolio. So REITs is nothing but a real estate investment trust. So here we have to understand what is a trust. So unlike a company, trust have a different rules. So they don't bear any responsibility for the losses or they don't bear any bankruptcy rules. However, it's guiding or managing the investments of different investors being a trust. So trust is the same thing which is used for mutual funds also. So this is just like a trust and they have all the trust rules and regulations. There will be different types of REITs, okay, like equity and mortgage, etc. So in fact, if you want to understand what is a real estate investment trust and how a REITs is working, just assume like this: it is a mutual fund company which is taking money from the investor. Okay, being a company, it will collect the money from the investor and keep the money with the trust as a custodian, and they have a manager who manages all these investments and all. At the end, they are investing different equities. So same way the REITs also working. Instead of a commercial property, in REITs the investment goes to commercial property. In mutual funds, the investment goes to equity. In REITs, the investment goes to the commercial property. That is the one only difference. We can assume REITs as a mutual fund company. As we have three different bodies in management, there is no chance of fraud and all other things with the fund. So, which is very important for the investors. We can consider REITs as a combination of fixed income and equity because it gives a portion of the property and it gives good income or a dividend time to time. So it's a combo of both equity and fixed income. In the earlier stage, we have two IPO or REITs, that is Embassy and Mindspace. So who can invest? Anyone can invest, but they must have a demat account, and as of now one can invest 200 units or 50,000 rupees minimum investment value, and they can sell the units in the same demat account. So what to invest or what not to invest by the REITs company is a very important factor, because the rules are like this: all the investment must goes to the commercial realty and rental income giving properties. So one should not invest other properties other than these approved products by the SEBI. The rule is that minimum investment amount should be into 80% of commercial properties which have already completed their construction. So they can't invest in new projects or they can't invest in any under construction projects beyond this limit. If the company wants, it can invest to 20% in under construction projects. Like in Mindspace, this thing happened. But whereas in Brookfield, it is completely ready to move commercial property, and there is no option, there is no chance to invest in residential property or lands, which is against SEBI rules. Same way, there is some restrictions. When debit capitalization is going on, it should have a unit holder approval. Like mutual funds, in mutual funds also, sometimes the unit holder approval is very important. How do REITs generate distributed income? Mostly, it happens with the tenant quality only. Asset quality we can consider, but most of the projects are very aged one, so we can't consider asset quality for Indian companies. And lease term also matter for considering the distribution income. So this is all about the REITs and the SEBI rule. Now let us come to Brookfield REITs. So as I told you again, It's a big concept for USA and Singapore. People already investing in REITs, and in USA we have an investment of up to $3 trillion. The main pros and cons for REITs are like this. The pros will be one can invest with a little amount, like 50,000 rupees is a very little amount for investing a commercial property. In market, if you want to invest in a commercial property, individual property cost 30 lakhs minimum. If it is a business park or something, it grows in 5 CR to 500 CR also. So a common man can invest into a commercial business park this opportunity, and you have an opportunity to earn some dividend unlike a equity market, and there is a safety with the SEBI rules and all, so which is a best thing compared to any other investments in the market which people are investing for dividends. The cons will be like this. We all know in market there will be a cycles for economy. It happens for both the stocks and real estate. Sometimes for 3 5 years there will be a bear phase. Sometimes there will be a bull phase. If it is a bull phase, it's good, but if it is a bear phase, the companies and the tenant, everything will get into problem, and there is a chance of collapse in the system. But in the history of REITs, no company has bankrupted, or no company has wind up with this kind of situations. But the company's return and appreciation value matters a lot with the bear and bull market. Same way, there is a chances of problem with resale and all, because if there is no buyer, we can't sell. And just like in COVID situations, there is a big problem for the sale and buy in the platform because of liquidation issues and all other factors. So here I'm going to just give a comparison table for three main REITs in India. So first one is Embassy 2019, which have a IPO size 3,800 around, and offer price will be 300. And Mindspace, which was in 2020, and having a size 4,500 CR, and the offer price is 300. And if you compare the subscription and listing gain, we can understand how the risk market is going in happen in India. When Embassy have 2.5 subscription with 4% listing gain, Mindspace had 13 times of subscription and 10% listing gain. So this, it shows that we have a huge potential for the REITs market. So we for Brookfield, we don't have any exact figure for subscription and listing gain, but I'm expecting like this, that the subscription will be around 5 to 8%, and the listing gains will be 5 to 15%. It's a my assumption. Don't consider my assumption as a real thing, because I'm assuming this factor because the Brookfield lease offer price is somewhat discount compared to other two things. Even though Brookfield have some restrictions and problems, the listing gains is almost possible with 5 to 15%, or else after some time the price appreciation will be affected. So the investor may not face any loss with the Brookfield IPO. So we can see it's a proof of how Embassy Office Parks was accepted in 2019. So let us discuss about Brookfield REITs. As I told earlier, REITs is not only one company; it needs three companies: trust, management, and trustee. So let us go to the background of Brookfield company. Brookfield is a Canadian company basically, and they have globally different projects, IT parks, business parks. So the Brookfield REIT structure will be like this. One trust will be there. Here Axis trustee is there. So the funds will be under custodian of Axis. So the investor will not face any fraud or cheating. That's very important in this kind of businesses. And trust is someone who handle this all kind of business and all. Manager will be who is responsible for the operations and all. So there will be three people in the structure. As I told, it has a global presence, and in globally they have around 200 $1 billion of worth, and in India they have $17 billion of worth of properties. And in India they have altogether four different projects: Mumbai, Gurugram, Noida, and Kolkata. And they have a tenants from MNC companies like Barclays, Bank of America, RBS, Accenture, Tata Consult. They have a combination of both technology and banking sector companies. So here we can see different projects with them. One is Bombay, one is Gurgaon, and one is Noida, and one is Kolkata. And here we can see that is the total square feet of the companies. And it is very important to check the property of the company. As with the company faced problem with COVID and all, last year they faced some huge loss. They're expecting the loss will be recovered very soon with the recovery from the COVID and all. So recently on January 29, they have announced for the IPO. So they're about to selling some 10.87 crore square feet they're planning to sell in this IPO. The issue size is almost 3,800 CR and it is going to end on February 5th. So what is the motto of behind this REITs? Because the what is the company plans is like that they just want to clear their debts in the market. So that is their own plan. They are not interested for any new constructions. Actually, as I told, they can't do any new constructions or some under construction too. But as of now, they are not going to do any under constructions too. They have plans to just repay their old debits in the market. So what is the key risk for the investors in this REITs? Brookfield is a company which is new to this REITs and all. So they don't have any past experience. Of course, no company have a past experience. Almost all companies are new, but this company have a challenge like this with experience in the market and the problem with the operating profit and all, and with COVID and all we have a challenging with the tenant and management. So these are the very important factors, but we shouldn't think from these factors. We have to think from other factors too. I will discuss it the last point. So how to apply for this REITs? So one can apply direct from their Demat account, or they can apply with the physical form. So physical form will help you get the chances of subscription more compared to the direct application, because we have a different platform for this application. So how about the taxations? There is no TDS on dividend, and there will be 10% taxation on the capital appreciation what you get in long term, and there will be 15% tax slab for the short term tax. In short term means selling something below 1 year is short term, selling something more than 1 year is long term. So how the Brookfield may successful or some not. So here we can understand before the REITs IPO date, it has able to collect some 1700 crores from the anchor investors. And if compare with the Mindspace, which had 13 times of subscription in the pandemic situation, we can guess how the market is like this and how the future will be after COVID situations. So as the COVID situations are almost gone in India and almost everything going to be a normal phase. So the theaters, malls, IT parks, everything will be a normal phase after some time. So we can consider from that point of view like that the commercial property or commercial investments or very will be normal after some time. So according to the valuations, if you check the valuations of Embassy and Brookfield, we have a good price for the Brookfield. So here with this point, we can assume some 10 to 15% appreciation or listing gains. However, many people have a big doubt on work from home culture. Of course, many people write with this point, but as of now and with the recent survey, we can understand 50% people are interested for the office-based work and 50% people are interested for the work from home. So there is no scenario like that. 100% people will work from home only, and we have to understand commercial space is not meant for only technology companies. Banking and other sectors are also using commercial spaces in a large number. In recent times, banking sector have a huge demand for the commercial reality because of the banking, finance, and insurance. We have a huge demand for the commercial properties in future time. And of course, as India is going to be a global hub for the different IT companies and different industries across different products, so it may have requirement for the more commercial property, and more commercial property requirement will be there in future. So we have a huge potential for the commercial realty. So if anyone interested for the in-depth analysis for the Embassy, Mindspace, Brookfield, let me know in the comment section. I will try to make a different video to make a best one for investment. And moreover, if anyone wants more details about REITs and all, let me know. I will try to make another separate video for the in-depth analysis for the REITs in India and future. If you have any problem with the subscription and investment, let me know. I will try to help my best. Thank you.